Today's adventure brings me to Virginia, small town Virginia. I'm going to be going to a couple different communities. Starting off on this road, as the recording of this is Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. I'm on the outskirts of Clifton Forge. This old factory is an old furnace. Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. I have failed to purchase sunglasses. Don't get too close to the edge. Also, my friend Brittany is here. Don't go over the edge there. Careful.
There's a ledge down here.
There's a ledge?
Yeah, almost done.
I'm really worried about you standing that close to the edge.
I've got a good
That could cave.
Right there, see?
No, but that's...
It's concrete.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But Brittany is a local. She's going to show me around. I haven't been in this area in like 5 or 6 years. But I'm back to explore some things I have not seen in this area. I'm inviting you to join me. I gotta see that rock?
Yeah,
oh, check out this. Classic truck alert. Shall you? It's a heart rock? No.
I'm a little closer.
Heart rock. You're seeing a heart in the rock? Right there?
Right there.
You're seeing that as a heart?
You can see that?
Okay. There's a little information placard here. The interesting fact is this is probably a good 200 or 300 yards from the furnaces themselves. Lucy Selina Furnace. Furnace was first built in 1827 by ironmaster John Jordan and John Irvine. It was named for their wives, Lucy and Selina. There's a lot of old houses around here too. I'm sure back in the day this was quite a fantastic place to live. Oh, it might have been a gas station. Look at this, there could have been gas pumps here. So evidently that might have been the store there. There's some sort of a light up here. Well, would you think it's a light or like some sort of a bell? I think it's a light. And then here's where the gas pumps would have been. And possibly the person who owned the business lived there as well. A lot of these houses in this area, when I was driving around earlier, remind me a lot of the Myers house from Halloween. And we're gonna walk across this little bridge. There's a gentleman that lives at this house. When I was starting the intro, kind of gave us a little wave and a nod. So we're just gonna assume we're not gonna go on his property over here, but off to the side, just gonna get a view from here. So this is adjacent to the house next door. Watch out for these thorns.
Yeah, that's what I'm just like. Yeah, and I definitely don't see any no trespassing signs.
Look at that little door there. You can see how it's all caved in though. The bricks have all caved in. Inside here. Well, not caved in. Maybe that was built that way. Just looks like it's caved in from the distance. Oh, there's an old car back there. So you've been over here before, right?
Yeah.
You ever checked out that car around the back?
I have actually. Years ago.
Wow, definitely not structurally sound. Yeah. Probably going inside there, not the smartest thing. You gonna go in?
Yeah.
You gotta go in.
Did I not?
Just be careful, that roof does not look safe. Okay, you got some hay in here. Waterlogged, moldy hay. Yeah, look at that. That's not good. I feel like one good long stiff wind through here, like a storm, would probably take this down. Look at these banisters.
Is this down to climb on?
No, don't climb
Why
that.
not? Not risk it?
I'm gonna say no, don't climb that. This looks cool looking. This would be a great spot for like a photo shoot. Yeah, that looks awesome. Something I could see Ash from Evil Dead driving.
Yeah.
That car around the back. I'm gonna go look at it. Oh, there's barbed wire here. Okay, maybe this is where the property starts. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Evidently so, yeah. So I'm not gonna go past the barbed wire spot. Yeah, they got this barbed wire here. It's like a little trip wire.
Right. Yeah. You don't
So I'm
wanna...
guessing he probably, the gentleman that owns that, kind of waved to us when he was pulling in. Probably doesn't want anybody past this. Because you can see it's mowed over there.
Yep, and definitely not over here, so. Let's see though.
That is a cool looking car. Can't make out exactly what kind of car that is from here, however. I could definitely see Ash behind the wheel of that. In fact, I don't think it's the same car. Style of the car in the movie, but just reminds me of it. So is that part of the mill? Yeah, this reminds me of the old sugar mill in St. Cloud. So definitely the lower levels of the mill down here. That's pretty cool. Or maybe this was the actual furnaces. Interesting. Look at these chains. So maybe these were the furnaces and then it went underneath here and connected with that? I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, local test. What's the name of this river? Do you know?
Not Smith Creek. It's a creek, it's not a river.
It's Smith Creek?
I said it's not Smith Creek.
It's not Smith Creek. Homework assignment.
I don't know.
You don't know what it is?
I'm not sure. That's a great question.
It's not a river though, it's a creek. It's a crick. You call it
It's
crick?
a crick.
A crick or a creek?
Creek. Yeah,
Crick.
I mean, I said creek.
You say creek, but everyone else around here says crick?
Pretty much.
Off on the horizon, that's a pretty good view there. Through the trees. What is that mansion over there? This is the inn at Firmstone Mount Manor. I do love a good manor. I guess like manor's like another name for mansion.
Do you prefer manor or mansion?
It depends. Sometimes manor sounds a little more creepy and elegant.
Yes. Unless your mansion's haunted.
True.
And then I prefer.
Are we supposed to be walking up this road?
As
Look at
far
that,
as
you got-
I know it's open.
Get the Bates Motel over here.
Yeah, that's the part that used to be all
Norman?
super abandoned.
This reminded me of like Texas Chainsaw. Are we supposed to be walking up here? For real?
Well, again, as far as I know, it's an inn, so it's technically public. I mean, right?
Leatherface? You were just looking online. It says that there is availability to stay here, but there's no one on site. Also, there's the smokestacks over there from the furnaces. We've been standing here for a few minutes hoping someone that owns the place or works here will come outside. No one has. There's an old fountain there that's all grown over. And I'm not going to walk back there But on the far side is another little building, like a barn back in the distance. Very cool architecture. Look at that. Just down the road a bit is Green Pastures Recreation Area. In 1937, here in Clifton Forge. Now, you as a local, you just call it Clifton, right? You don't even call it Forge.
Pretty much Clifton.
Because I keep wanting to say Pigeon Forge. I've been to Pigeon Forge so many times. But this definitely looks like the Myers house from Carpenter's Halloween.
Except for the tree.
Except for the tree. Well, the tree has sprung up since the 70s. Obviously not the Strange's house. That was not in Virginia. Or is it? That's the real question. You think someone lives? Here's the question. Does someone live here? There is. There's some chopped firewood. Michael might come out though if you should knock on the door. But look at this. There's no gridlock here. And there's the traffic is, and there's an old motel called the North Mountain Motel. And I really like the old signage there. I gotta look over there and take a little better view of that. Now with TV and air conditioning and air-conned. The neon has been removed, but the signage is still there. Like a beacon to the heavens. Motel, North Mountain, TV and air conditioning. Oh, look at it. When they say TV, they weren't lying. Look at that TV.
It's super convenient because the bathrooms are there.
And with me, you're always going to get a lot of movie references. I feel like I'm at Universal Hollywood right now on the backlot tour, and out of this room, Norman is going to come out to the end of the tram. It just looks like the Bates Motel. Kind of, sort of. Are you seeing it?
I mean, it's possible that Norman Bates does come out of here.
I mean, I feel like Norman's been here at one point.
Nathan Bates, maybe.
Nathan Bates, Norman's brother, Norman's cousin, long lost cousin, Virginia cousin.
Absolutely.
Let's get out of here before it comes to fruition. All right, a little farther down, pulled over because this is quite the relic here. Just gotta watch where I stand. Looks like a drive-in. Oh, it's an old restaurant sign. Drive-in curb service. B-Boy Burgers. Something Boy Burgers. B-Boy Burgers. So there used to be a restaurant right
I
here.
literally have no idea what this is.
You've never pulled over to look at this?
I mean, I've only seen it in passing, but I have no idea if the restaurant used to be here or I'm not.
I want to know what a B-Boy Burger is. Now there are some like wooden pylons here. And this is the only remaining structure here. This is like a bathroom. There's like a little toilet, busted up toilet. So whatever it was right here along the river, and then the interstate, the freeway is over there. Old paint can.
Is that what it is?
It's like an old paint can. Oh, it's a
air freshener.
Air freshener.
Yeah, that's for the bathroom.
Yeah. There's a little bottle tree over here. So the bottles do have something to do with putting good luck into the universe. I think that's how I recall. Route 66 is a bottle tree ranch, and I believe I read something about that. You know about bottles being on a tree and something to do with good luck?
Yeah, you see those like bottle trees that
Right.
are supposed to, yeah. This actually brings bad luck to anybody who comes near it. So.
It does.
Nathan Bates did this.
My car's parked over there. On the slower road, there goes a logging truck going by over on the interstate. Pretty good view of the creek here, the river. You know what? This might have been where the restaurant was. Look at this. There's a piece of little slab here. Makes sense. Those are steps. Now, if I was a location scout, Sharon Baptist Church, this spot would be really good for a film. Just like this angle here of the brick church building, the mountains in the background. Very cinematic. Of course, getting a whole production team out here to film a feature film would probably be a little bit of a commute, but yeah. How great is this view? Now, this was founded in 1832, but it was rebuilt in 1922. Look at this bug. Right there. Also, a lawnmower. You don't see many like this with the photograph from that era. This is back in 1906. Georgia M. And these are unique also. So that's not a real tree. It's made of concrete. What do you suppose that is?
I guess it's supposed to be just a tree stump? Something break off of it?
Possibly. Oh, this is pretty interesting. There's a little parking area over here. State park, city park. It's a park. But this old plantation style home, this old farm still sits here. Empty. Look at this thing. Wow, that tree there in the middle. Who owned this back in the day?
So it was called the Walter Robinson House and Farm area.
Walter Robinson?
There's not much left of the farm, but I think there's some buildings in back. Actually, a long time ago, I went to an auction at this house. They had an estate auction, and everything was out, like out here.
Oh, really?
A long time ago.
Did you get anything good?
I think my parents bought a dresser, and it might be in my childhood bedroom now that I think about it.
Like the vines across the front there. Yeah, all the windows completely open like this. Fireplace. The old barn back there. Wow. Not structurally sound. Let's look at the floor.
Climb down there.
I'm like not thin, so this would, my weight, this might not be the best thing to go across there.
I get
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna walk on that.
I've got a picture of me down in there somewhere.
You climbed down in there?
I did when I did the shoot. I mean, where is it?
Let's not recreate that.
No.
Because I feel like if I stepped on that,
Yeah.
it'd be bad.
But, I mean, if you want to get in.
I mean, you could just walk
There's
right
other- Yeah, I'm saying. But yeah,
Just
this
climb
is
in
the
the
way
window.
I've always gotten in.
in. You're definitely going for like a little Sam Raimi homage there. Someone's in my fruit cellar. That's great. And it was like that slow focus. My camera was having trouble focusing, but I think it added to the dramatic effect. This is wild out here. Part of the barn fell in here too. Pretty creepy. It's got that fake brick on the side. Anything left back in the barns? You got one little shed over here. And then the horse barn right here. I'll just keep up with the movie theme. I have Voorhees up top there. Jason.
And we're gonna swing. We'll swing out.
Oh, the barn door swinging out?
Well, I was thinking on the ropes. Like in the third one, remember the gang comes, the motorcycle gang and the girl, she
On the third one, yeah.
The third one's actually my favorite.
The third one is the one where Jason got his mask.
Yes, 3D.
Look at that. That is so cool looking.
You want some crackers?
I thought you brought crackers, but there's empty box of crackers there. Yeah, you could. This is like you could use all this to film a movie.
Oh.
It's just all just sitting out here. So this is around the kind of the back of the property. Looks really cool with the foliage kind of overgrown on the horse barn and the shed and the house. Definitely a cool spot. Even the second floor banister does not look safe to walk across. What a vibe though.
Gonna get a Texas Chainsaw vibe from here.
Totally.
Yeah.
We are now in downtown proper, Clifton Forge. There's a classic car right over there. Check that out. Historic downtown. So we are here. I always like when they have the "You Are Here" section.
It makes me feel like I'm a
Now, I've said this often, but it really applies here. This place is a real beehive of activity. You got the antique mall right over there. But this is kind of the pivotal fork in the road of Clifton Forge. A few of the people that are driving by are looking at me like they've never seen a camera before.
It's possible some people haven't.
They look like they've seen a ghost.
So that's Main Street and that's Ridgeway.
So Main Street this way, Ridgeway this way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I love these old ghost signs where the old advertisements are poking out through the brick. Foster's, where the woman who knows buys her clothes. I like that.
Everybody knows that. Foster's.
Where the woman who knows buys her clothes. It's good. Look at this. Someone does not like the no parking on this. I think the Grinch was here, just like with
Hey,
the...
mark it out.
Yeah.
We will park here.
With green slime. Maybe Mark Summers. That's like... I knew I heard a little bit of rumbling. I could feel the ground moving just a little bit. I thought to myself, that's probably a train. And over there, my assumption is correct. The train is going over that little bridge. Not too far from where we're standing here. So where are we going now? We're going into the underground, you say?
Yes.
So give me a little backstory on the underground.
So the backstory on the ground is that it's underground.
It goes under the city, under the town.
Yeah, this is under Clifton Forge.
So anybody can just walk down in here?
Yeah, it's not off limits or anything. I mean, it's kind of at your own risk, but...
It's like, oh, you'll pass the parking area. Oh, the river runs through here.
Smith Creek runs through here, yes. A little muddy.
Now, I was here like, I was 5 or 6, 7 years ago.
The first time you came here, we came here.
We came down here. That was like a half a decade ago. This is pretty neat. You can just walk right underneath here.
It's hard to see, but there are like entrance to shops over there in the staircases. So this is the old historic Masonic Theater.
And we went in there last time.
Yes.
So this is known as the coffin vampire of Clifton Forge, because it looks like here.
Yep.
It almost looks like a stake that you would drive through the heart.
I think that's on purpose, so people won't think it's a vampire.
Evidently there was probably a bridge here at one point, from point A to point B.
Probably there was.
This is where the Chuds live. This might be where the Chuds live. Okay, here's another sign here. Trade with Jameson's chain grocery store, and they have Bank the Difference Supreme on the side, the Supreme bag there. And also, something's going on down there. Something's being chopped up into wood. Definitely a very cool, unique little downtown. Here's a mannequin in this window. How's it going? He has a Jedi robe on. He's using the old Jedi mind trick. I don't think it is. But just this is so cool looking. Like this looks like an area that'd be like on Hollywood Boulevard, like almost like this building here.
So the one in the middle used to be an old Leggett store. I don't even know if there are Leggett's anymore.
Leggett's?
Yeah, I think it became Belk.
Ah.
It might be a Southern store chain. Now what's in there? There's like a florist shop.
Evidently some kind of footprints letting you know where the bank ATM is. So if you go that way and then you turn around, that's where the drive-through to the bank ATM is. These very random, unusual planters here. This is really cool. So you got the really cool architecture of downtown, and then over here there is this one little teeny tiny skinny storefront. This is always the kind of stuff that I look at. It's like, man, that's like the thinnest, skinniest store wedged in what used to be an alley over there. So you can see the top of that building and the top of that building. And then there's that little building wedged in the alley. Yeah, there's a storefront on Hollywood Boulevard that looks just like this. In fact, they recreated something similar to that at Hollywood Studios, Disney's Hollywood Studios. I mean, it's pretty basic architecture for like Art Deco, I think it would be. Now, there are some active businesses down here, but there are a lot that are closed. The nickname is the Little Town That Could, Clifton Forge, Virginia. So there's a sign, but this storefront here is empty. Pretty cute little main street, and there's apartments top there too. Not really sure what it would cost to rent an apartment or to open a store down here, but cute little area. So here's some photo documentation of what Clifton Forge used to look like back in the day. So looking at here, and then looking at modern day here, which kind of still looks the same. There's a few others, like an aerial view. Another building here with classic cars. Yeah. You know, a lot of this area, a lot of the things here almost look like set dressing from a show. You know, not just the downtown, but like this. The law offices of Jeffrey A. Cackle, But just the font, looks like a Hollywood backlot has that on there for a TV production, doesn't it?
The old backlot at Disney.
Yeah, it kind of has that, right, at MGM Studios. Just has that kind of archaic, old school font.
Community College. Now it's called Mountain Gateway, and it's like way over that way. It's not technically even in with the gorge.
Yeah, you do see a lot of these signs. Is the mascot a bluebird?
Roadrunner.
A roadrunner.
The Roadrunner.
Not
yes.
a bluebird. So the roadrunner will never get on your shoulder. He'll just run past you. Directly adjacent to the town hall is the little station over here, the little department. Teeny tiny.
An old west town.
Yeah, there's like in this area.
Tumbleweed.
There's an old Napa. And this building's pretty awesome. This probably was some sort of mechanic shop.
I think it was affiliated with that place at one point.
Connected up with the other mechanic shop.
I think so.
Here's a little Zamboni street sweeper. This is a really cool looking building. Connected to the town hall. All right, this is pretty dang interesting. Years ago, I can't remember where I was kind of in the middle of nowhere and I found an old train yard, and they had one of the train cars from the old Church Street station, which was a kind of a tourist attraction back in the 90s or 80s, 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in those decades in Central Florida, downtown Orlando. And I have found another Church Street station road car or rail car. Look at this. It actually still says Orlando, Florida on it. Church Street Station Railroad Company. You see the active train down there backing up. This is in Clifton Forge, Virginia. And someone's over there at the train depot. They were doing like a growl of some sort. They were growling. Did you hear that? It's a very unique vehicle here too. Smith Creek Yard. Old classic truck. On the side of that concrete embankment down there is a painting of a train. And then also, on the side of that brick, Coca-Cola bottling company. Very difficult to see it, but it's etched in there up there with paint. Some other words up there too, but you can definitely see where it says Coca-Cola. The Blair Witch has been here.
And she left some trash.
We have found our way. Probably 20 or 30 miles from where we just were. Maybe not that far. 15 miles. To Humpback Bridge in Covington. Well, on the outskirts of Covington. This bridge was constructed of hand-hewn timbers in 1835 for the James River Turnpike Corporation. Remained in public use until 1929. Humpback Bridge. Not sure what this sign is. Don't know what that sign is supposed to be there. And obviously it gets its namesake because it is humpbacked. It is a humpbacked bridge. Especially moving over more at this angle, you definitely can see how it has that kind of archway style formation. Beautiful. Classic Virginia covered bridge. So this has been out of public use for almost 100 years. 1929. You know, not quite 100 years, but getting there. It was dedicated back in 1954. All right, that's cool. So from the other angle, that will spell out love. That tree right there will be the V. So walk over there and take a look at that. Humpback Bridge. Every time, I mention this every time I go through a covered bridge, I think of Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I think it's Sleepy Hollow.
You think of Sleepy Hollow?
Beetlejuice is good.
Now come to think of it, I don't think I've ever walked over a covered bridge where it has such a steep incline up and then down like that. That is very unique.
There's a reason for it. I don't remember what it
A lot of people have wrote their names in here. People have inscribed all their names along the wall. Just Sharpie and pen marks everywhere through here. And when you exit out of this side, there's a lot of wasps. So
What's that?
there's a lot of wasps as you're exiting out of there. The wasps of Humpback Bridge. They're just like swarming all right there on this side. See the rope swings over there?
It can get, I mean, it just depends on, if we haven't had rain in a while, it gets steeper.
So it usually is a little deeper than this?
Yeah. Or sometimes it can also be quite shallow for, you know,
See a truck going by in the distance, so that's the new road. Back in the day, the only road was going over Humpback Bridge. You can even see the sun glimmering, bouncing off the water there on through the holes in the slats. Humpback Bridge. Now here's that angle with the love sign. So you got the L made out of brick over here on this end, and then the O made out of a wheel, like a mill wheel, and then the E made out of timber and wood, and then the V, of course, is made up of the tree. And then in the backdrop, the impressive Humpback Bridge. Very cool. That's pretty creative. Got to commend anyone who thought of that. I commend him on his choice. She's not here. I commend him on his choice. So you're saying she's not here. Now into Covington proper. We were on the outskirts. And now we have stepped into Covington itself, where there is a Pizza Planet truck here. Was not expecting to see that. They are really taking care of business when it comes to pop culture here in Covington. I like how the rocket on the top is made out of just like a Home Depot bucket. This is great. Now, is this a reference to the Brady Bunch? Marsha's surf shop? Got the peace sign up top. Love this little window here in the back. Look, you can even see the reflection of the Pizza Planet truck in there as well. So the back of this bus has a AC unit in it. It's the old school bus. Old school. wonder if that AC unit works. So just up the way is a very interesting, some yard decor. There is a gorilla and there is a bison. This is some road work happening up there as well, but yeah. It's on the corner of Dry Run Road and North Pocahontas Ave. What is it?
So wild. It just said so random and like, okay.
Okay, we're gonna grab a bite to eat, and I guess one of the biggest, most popular restaurants here in Covington. Now, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but yeah. All right, that is pretty amazing. Number 15 right there. Look at the name of number 15. All right, I know they do have pizza, they have pasta, they have they have turnovers, an assortment of things. I think I'm just gonna go with the multi-trip salad bar for $11, though. It's actually not too bad. But taking the commute out of town, right here along this river, is a cave. And immediately as you walk in, the temperature is dropping. Wow. Island Ford Cave. This is great. I would imagine there's probably bats in here at some point.
But this, it's not the rock, it's like, what is that?
The texture of the bottom.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm easily has
How deep does it go down in there?
So I'm pretty sure you can go down there, but
Oh, that's like a big hole.
Not anything I would
No.
ever be
No.
interested in.
Yeah, that's scary. I don't want to fall down in the cave there. This cave is protected. The entrance to Island Ford Cave is a large, impressive opening, 50 feet wide and 50 feet wide and 15 to 20 feet high. All right, heading back over to my hotel. Stayed in Lexington. I think it was Lexington. Head back to my accommodations and gonna call it an evening. Gonna call it a day. Gonna call it. And that's gonna do it for today. From Virginia. Did quite a bit. Saw a few things I'd never seen before. Did a little exploring. And got this t-shirt a friend gave me. Some of the places I went to have been photographed for bloody gorgeous. So I got this, and I think 540 is the area code for this area of Virginia. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.